So in no particular order, we're gonna start with number 1. That's copyrighted material. A lot of my copyrighted stuff has to come from music. I like to put background music on a lot of my day-to-life videos, and with that comes people coming in and copywriting. Now, I try to look for music that doesn't get copyrighted on YouTube, but I've noticed that along the way, at some point, that song will get copyrighted, and it's either you have to take the video down entirely, mute it, or it's shared with the other person that made the song. So I do like the shared aspect because you don't have to do anything towards your video. But that is one thing you will run into. My best advice is to keep your content as original as possible. Try not to do too many things where you're using other people's stuff, and you shouldn't run into that trouble. I do find that if you're trying to reach that 500 subscriber and 3,000 hour watch time goal, it's best that you keep your content original. That way you don't have to face your content not getting approved for Google AdSense. Number 2 is gonna be hate comments or people criticizing your channel a lot. Now this is something that I faced quite a lot, and it was one of the big reasons what took me so long to start a YouTube channel. I would say I take criticism and hate pretty well, but I've never done it online. It's usually just in person, so I didn't know how I was gonna feel about it. I went ahead and did it anyway, and when I got those first couple of hate comments, I will tell you, if you're not used to seeing stuff like that, it might get to you, but over time, you get better, you start seeing more and more of it, and honestly, when I when I see stuff like that, it makes me laugh now, and because at the end of the day, that other person is just somewhere on the internet, and for them to be hating on you, it's just maybe something's not going on right in their life, so I wouldn't even worry about it. Hate comments come and go. In most cases, I have a lot of people that are supportive and encourage me to keep going, keep growing my channel. And you're gonna get those type of comments most of the time. All right, number 3 is a big one for me, and that's being nervous in front of the camera. This took a long time to get adjusted to. Now, I did have some background when I used to stream on Twitch, talking to people, engaging. So it gave me a little bit of experience there, but starting YouTube and getting thousands of views, it gets kind of nerve-wracking. If you guys know me personally, I'm someone that really doesn't talk too much. I just show up, get the job done. I don't like to be the center of attention. I'm usually the person in the background that don't say much, but with that, it's something that you will have to overcome. I know talking in front of a camera gets weird, and you're like, why am I doing this? A lot of times you'll be staring off this way, staring over there, and doing anything but staring at the camera lens here, which I use my iPhone. But yeah, that's something that you will overcome with time. You just got to keep recording yourself, keep talking, and eventually you'll get used to it. There'll come a time where you're just like, man, actually, I got it down. I'm not perfect at it yet, but I do see the improvement. Number 4, this doesn't happen too often on my channel, but it might for you guys, and that's age restriction. Depending on the type of stuff that you put out, your content might get age restricted. And with this, it's limited ads, and pretty much the big one is that your content's not gonna get shown to anybody. So this can happen of one of two things. It's either your thumbnail is something on there is triggering the AI on YouTube to completely age restrict your stuff, or there might be something on that video. Now, I wish YouTube would tell you exactly what's going on, but you kind of have to figure out for yourself, mess with it, and see if you can get lucky. There's times where I figured it out, it was the thumbnail, and I just changed it up a bit. It was able to get the age restriction took off, but there's other times where I do everything possible and nothing happens, and I kind of just leave it how it is. And it can kind of suck because, you know, sometimes you're working on a video, it takes you all day, and you're excited, you do all these YouTube tags, you get a good YouTube thumbnail, and all of a sudden you get that age restriction, and it doesn't get shown out to anyone. Number 5, this is the biggest challenge that I'm currently facing right now, and that is running out of video ideas. So for me, I'm kind of currently making delivery driving videos, and with that, I did it for 2 years. I made like 200 videos. And I quickly found out that there's only so much you could talk about when it comes to being a delivery driver. So with that, it's kind of nerve-wracking to go from one topic to another, especially when you know something is working out. Once you run out of video ideas, or you get tired of talking about the same thing, you start to figure out, like, what should I do with my channel? Should I pivot and move? And let me tell you guys, I'm currently testing the waters. I'm currently testing the waters right now to see what happens. But my best advice to you is, if you run out of ideas or you're currently tired of the same topic that you're talking about, it's probably best to move on. I would say do it in small steps where you're still talking about your older type of videos and move on to the new type that you want to talk about. And those are my 5 negative things when it comes to YouTube that you'll probably face. Now, no matter what, all these problems that I just listed, there is an answer to each and every one of them. There should be no reason why you should give up, especially if YouTube is like something that you dream about. I've been on YouTube, watching YouTube since like 2006, and I will tell you, some of these things have held me back on starting my YouTube channel earlier out. I wish I would have started 10 years ago, because I realize now that even though I'm not where I want to be, my channel is still growing, I'm still learning, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Remember why you started, keep on learning, and keep on going. That's all the advice I can give you. I'm someone that is not too particular with knowing the exact details on growing your channel, but I'm here to tell you that as long as you're motivated, as long as you keep grinding, you will see growth. And I'm an example of that. I'm just a normal dude that had an idea, decided to start recording, and even though I suck, I still suck, it's working out, getting closer to 3K subscribers. If this has helped you in any type of way, please consider subscribing and drop a like on the video. Let me know what your current goal is when it comes to being a YouTuber. Stay safe as always. I'll see you next time. Peace out.